Hello, Aries. I'm so excited to be coming live today and giving you your January message from Spirit. Everything you need to know to get a high vibe, get your manifestations rolling in. Two quick announcements before we go straight into your reading. And that is, I've now opened up private one-on-one individual reads, Power Hours with Spirit. So if you'd like that, go to kellylunt.com/power hour with spirit, and we will deep dive so that you can start living and achieving what you want to achieve. And also for everyone who books a power hour, I'm gifting a seat to my January 25th workshop, a $500 value. Don't forget, I'm also doing meditation hour Thursday, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live meditation. We're going to shift your energy, and then follow it up with an intuitive discussion and chat to help you guys get going where you want to go. Without further ado, Aries, let's get to your message. Aries, you're not alone. You're not alone, Aries. You're not alone. You're not a hermit doomed to a life living like a turtle inside your shell. You're not alone. It's all about what you focus on. What you focus on, you get. You start thinking about Chevy Malibus, you start seeing them on the street. You start thinking of Ford trucks, you start seeing Ford trucks on the street. You start thinking about the color yellow, and then you start noticing everything that's yellow around you. What you focus on, you get. Are you going to focus on, I'm all alone, I have no friends, da-da-da-da? Are you going to focus on, I'd like to learn a new way to connect with people so that I can have beautiful friendships? I have no friends. I drive everyone away. No one wants to be with me. I'm all alone. Everyone seems to, they always end. Are you going to focus on that, which is your past? Or are you going to focus on, yeah, that's what my past has been, but I'm closing that book and I'm now opening a new book of my life. And in my new book, I'm discovering how to connect with people in an easier way. I'm discovering how to connect with people where we just seem to vibe. I'm discovering how to connect with people where it's a softening feeling in my body and we're just friends jiving. I no longer, this is your key point, Aries, I no longer require one person to be all things to me. I now allow people to maybe satisfy different areas of my life. Kelly likes to call these hobby friends. There's some people she connects with, they just do little 5-card spreads for each other, and that's it. They connect over their shared understanding of tarot. She doesn't make them be the end-all, be-all best friend who will fly out at a moment's notice. She also has friends that she bakes with. She also has friends that she does yoga with. She also has friends that she'll run with. She also has friends that are a little bit more, let's just play and have fun. But it's kind of Aries a month of recognizing that if a person comes in, they don't have to be a solution to all of your needs. It's recognizing what commonality do you have with this person, and can you share and appreciate that commonality? And if they can't meet something else that you desire in your life, don't make it mean anything about them, anything about you, or anything about the beautiful aspect to your relationship. Can you enjoy it for what it is? Can you enjoy them for the parts of your life that they can contribute to? So maybe you have a friend who just talks about business all the time. Do you not appreciate and like that sometimes that helps your business? It may not be someone that because all they do is talk about business, you may not want to talk to them every day because you'll get sick of it. You'll be like, oh my God, all you do is talk about business. That's when you recognize you push what that friendship should have been a little too far. Why not recognize, oh yeah, whenever I need a little bit of a business boost, I love calling this person. It's fun to connect them, hear them talk about their business. They're really a person who you can tell they enjoy their business. And it's just it's fun to see that. Some friendships are only meant to be once a week, once every other week. Kelly has a beautiful friend in town. They hang out once every 3 months. She has other friends she hangs out with weekly. She has other friends that she'll hang out with a couple times a week. It's learning to balance that different people can play different roles in your life, Aries, and can you now allow in different people for different areas? That's what this month is about for you. With that, we invite Kelly to do 6 cards, 4 cards, 3 cards. Woo, what an interesting spread they want me to do for you, Aries. What's up, guys? Don't forget, Aries, to comment on this afterwards. Of course, give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. Thumbs up and a follow if you're over there on Facebook. I'm seeing they wanted 6 cards. What an interesting spread. Ooh, you guys are going through an interesting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they said 6 cards. Let me get them pretty. And then you said 4 cards. You want that crossing right here. Okay. Ooh. Oh, interesting. And then 3 cards clarifying. Okay. Ooh, you want a second chance with someone. Okay, Aries. All right, there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of kind of, I want to say tumultuous feelings, but I want to let you know that there's no Tower card. There's no Major Arcana card in here. So can you at least be at a point of recognizing that your life is getting better, even though it's still like kind of yucky and not where you want it to be? You got to notice the signs that you're getting at this. Think of it this way. If you're on a boat that's sinking, can you be happy that you found the life raft? Even though you're not at the island that's like 1,000 miles away, can you be happy that you're in a life raft now? As you get a third of the way there, can you, hey, I'm a third of the way there. I'll be there in 2 days. Even though you're not on the island yet that has food, beautiful men, beautiful women, even though you're not where you want to be, can you at least notice that it's not nearly as bad as it used to be? Okay, so you got the Page of Fire in reverse, followed by the 3 of Air. Okay, and then the Page of Air upright. Okay, so I think you missed somebody, Aries. I think you missed somebody. And it's not so much that you missed somebody. There's just someone that you fell out of contact with that you kind of thought, like the sadness is lingering a little bit longer than you thought it would, Aries. And so you're in your head thinking about reaching out. Should I do it? Should I not? You might be pulling 10, 20 tarot spreads on it. You're in your head about reaching out. But let me get the cards that was crossing, because it was crossing right there. The 7 of Air. Okay. So you do want to reach out. You're hoping it would lead to happiness, 4 of Earth upright, but then it's followed by the Justice reversed. It's kind of like you don't think it's fair that you have to be the one to initiate contact. You don't think it's fair that you have to be the one reaching out. You don't think it's something about it. You don't think it's fair how it ended. You really don't think it's fair that you have to be the one to initiate. Sorry, Aries. So because of that, what you feel is unfairness. You got the Hermit followed by the 8 of Air. Yeah, you're acting like it's almost as if your old way of connecting with people, Aries, used to be a little bit of like who can out-ignore who. You kind of thought of just going to be a situation where they just need to get a new perspective switch, and you definitely thought by now that they would have reached out, and it's like sadness that they haven't. And you're starting to recognize there was, like what Spirit said in the channel message, there's a part of them that you miss, and you want to go back to having fun with the person. But because you think it's unfair that you have to be the one to reach out, you're going into the Hermit and you're going to the 8 of Air reverse. So it's almost as if you think it's like swallowing your pride to reach out to them, Aries. But it's not at all. You're getting in this trapped illusion of like, I must just supposed to be all on my own, Hermit, or you're getting this trapped illusion of there's nothing I could do, my hands are tied. You got to let go of that pride. It's not even about letting go of the pride, Aries. It's about recognizing that it's about love. If I'm the one that calls, I'm in the weaker position. You've got to let go of that, because all that is like a power dynamic. You're viewing relationships as there's one person who's a leader and there's one person who's a follower. There's one person who's more dominant, who's a more leader, who's more alpha. There's one person who's more beta and more follower. When you view it that way, you view it as you losing power for you to reach out. But that's the relationship way of making relationships that you got to let go of. You got to start viewing relationships as It's just fun to connect and hang out with this person. I'm here just to hang out with them and connect with them. Maybe we'll connect 15 minutes. Maybe I'll call them, they won't want to connect with me. Maybe I'll call them, they want to connect for an hour or two. Maybe I'll call them, they want to go right back to where we left off, or maybe I'll call them and we'll form a new type of relationship that's only every other week or so. I hope that helps you guys. Because what it's crossing after that, Seven of Air upright, Ace of Fire reversed, Nine of Air reversed. So until you can get that perspective switch on why you want to reach out with that person, don't reach out. Until you can view it from an entirely new way, don't take action. Okay? You need to rethink, reevaluate, why do you want to reach out with them? And if it's but I provided so much for them, they should be the one reaching back out to me. That's exactly what those 4 cards crossing was talking about. You can't view it of I provided so much, they should be the ones reaching back out to me. Like, sometimes you're the one that needs the personal growth. Sometimes you're the one that needs, maybe the other person didn't feel loved at all. And even though there was this thing that you were providing, if they didn't feel loved at all, they're like, all right, even though this person is like giving me Instagram, it looks like my phone is saying it's out of space. So you're going to have to watch the rest of this video on my YouTube channel. There's a link, and just click the bio link. You'll see January 2020 zodiac. Just click that and you'll see the whole playlist. Click on yours. Love you guys. So Aries, you can't view it as this like power trip of like, I provided so much, they should be the one reaching out. But if they like don't feel loved by you, okay, this person I'm dating is giving me $2,000 a month, woohoo, great. But then they feel like shit around you. They feel like a piece of trash. They feel discarded. They are probably not going to come back, Aries. Even though that money was nice and provided financial stability for them, they didn't have to worry about rent. If their heart felt like shit around you, they're not going to reach back out to you. And the call is simple. Some of you can start with an apology. Hey, sorry, I think we got on a wrong foot there. I'm wondering if you'd be willing to just like kind of start afresh and see how we could reevaluate and move forward. I miss you. I'd love to still do XYZ with you. And I'll share like a personal example. There was this one guy I was dating. We just had a different level of desire for like affection and cuddling. And after like 4 months, even though I know it wasn't personal, because we would hug, we would hold, but I needed way more than what he needed or what he even wanted to like do to give. And it just felt like not love to me. So even though it wasn't personal, even though he wasn't going out to actively be an asshole, to me, it's like, whoa, this does not feel recharging to me in a romantic relationship. So no, I'm not going to reach out to him again. If he had an epiphany moment and went, oh my God, I realized I was just being stubborn. I do want to cuddle more. It's not but I provided so much, she should be calling me back. No, if she made a decision about what they are, she or he, whatever, the genders matter. If that person made a decision for what they value is love, they're going to keep going towards that. If you have an epiphany and recognize that you want what they wanted, you do kind of have to be the one to call. I hope that helps you guys, because you guys are definitely 9 of Air. It's kind of like, even though you're not as in your head as much about it, it's like it is affecting your overall happiness. Okay, so the 3 clarifying cards. So here we got all major arcana cards. We got the World reversed, we got the Star upright, and we got the Newell upright. So it's this change of viewing relationships in a different way is like a bigger deal to you than you thought it would be. It's a little bit harder than you thought it would be. Like, everyone talks about love should just be easy and shouldn't feel like work. But guys, yes, I agree when you're with the person, right? But sometimes you do need to like adapt new communication skills. Sometimes you do need to take one lens off of how you view relationships and put a new one on. I can tell you guys, if you grew up with trauma, like an abusive parent, a suicidal parent, a bipolar parent, a borderline personality parent, or maybe just a parent who kind of like abandoned you, whether for a good reason or a bad reason, you can kind of view relationships as like every man out for themselves. When you're with someone else who's also like that, it will feel like a tit for tat relationship, but you'll both feel satisfied. So maybe not all the softness, all the love, all the unconditional love, but a sense of satisfaction. If you go with someone who doesn't view it that way as like tit for tat, I need to make sure I get my need met, someone who's just, hey, let's be like two 6-year-olds. We both got our bicycles. Now let's go ride down the block and play together. Yeah, that was fun. Let's go play again. If you're like, hey, now you're not going to go too fast for me, right? I just got to make sure before we ride our bikes. You're not going to go too fast, right? And you brought snacks, right? The person who just wants to go and hang out and like, let's just be is going to be like, what the fuck? This person is coming from a place of mistrusting me. That doesn't feel good, guys. If every time you're like, hey, no, you're not going to do these bad things to me, right? Even though you got old trauma as a good reason why you're doing clarifying and asking questions, a new person who's like healthier, the first couple times you'll be like, oh no, man, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel good. Yeah, of course I brought XYZ. Yeah, let's go have fun. If you keep up those antics, if you keep up that way of being, after like 2-3 months, maybe 9 months, the person's going to go, wow, like when you keep questioning my integrity, when you keep questioning my intentions, I don't feel like you trust me, and I don't feel like it's a true friendship. I feel like by now you should see and have enough of a relationship between us two that you can start to trust me. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. Even though you're trying to protect yourself, if you approach relationships in that way, the other person over time, they might be able to in the beginning, oh yeah, he's just a little skittish. Oh yeah, a little anxiety there. Oh yeah, troubled childhood. But over time, it will begin to wear on them. And who wants to be in a relationship where you're constantly having to prove yourself to someone else? No, look, I have good intentions. Here's how I thought about you all throughout the week. Look, here's a gift for you. If someone's always having to prove how much they love you, that's not fun, man. Not only is it not fun, and it eventually will wear on them, will wear on their self-esteem, it will slowly deplete them as well. And what it does is it sets the relationship up in a way that they have to constantly be giving, constantly be doing something to receive acknowledgement from you. It's not even about receiving appreciation or a hug back. When do they get to be the one where you went to like a mall or something and saw something that made you think about them and they get the present? When do they get that? When do they get the random call from you? If they always have to be the one, hey babe, just passed by the park, we had so much fun last night. Like if they always have to do that, I hope you guys can kind of see that that's a little bit of an imbalance in relationships. And that's a little bit of what Spirit was talking about in the beginning about just because they're like a friend, it doesn't mean they have to do every little need of yours. So you know that you've got to make this change in how you relate and connect to people. You know you've got to make that change. There's just a little part of you. I mean, it's like a leap of faith, If you had to go and live your life in a way where you're really protecting yourself, really looking out for yourself, now you're just supposed to it's like if you're in a castle. Here's a good analogy for you guys. If you're in a castle and, for 20 years, to the east, they've always just been attacking the castle. And then for like a year, there's nothing, but you leave the moat, filled with alligators and sharks. You leave the drawbridge up, you leave pikes out, so you still have the protection walls. It is kind of like you had to survive that way for like 20 years, or however old you are now, right? It kept you safe. It kept you alive. So even if you're recognizing that you were like the unhealthy one, that way of being kept you alive. Okay, so you got to love that part of you. And it's about recognizing, like, maybe the people from the east, I can still protect myself from them while letting people in from the north, from the west, from the south. Let me see what people from the north, what does it feel like playing with them? What about people from the west? And then if you meet someone from the north and go, hey, this is a really good business, this is really good economy, good trade, they have what we need, we have what they need, don't put the pressure that they also meet your friendship and marriage needs. It's like emotional starvation, Aries. It's emotional starvation. It's love deprived. You developed ways of being to keep yourself alive. Now you have to be willing to take, let the drawbridge down to the north, the south, and the west so you can get some love into your life. And then when you get some love in your life, whether it's a business trade, a business friend, a business partner, whether it's dates, whether it's a cuddle buddy, whether it's a buddy that you go to yoga with once a week, can you enjoy that yoga once a week with them without putting on the other ones, recognizing that you're emotionally starved and you're ready for more love in your life? Enjoy that person for what they are, and then, go play with the West, go play with the South. God, that's a really good analogy. I hope that analogy. Give me comments afterwards. Give me thumbs up. Let me know what's going on. Because it's not only like necessarily renewal or reconnection with someone else. It's literally about you renewing the way you charge yourself, the way you think about yourself, the way you present yourself to others, the way you emotionally open up to people. It's really about like renewing how you connect yourself, the thoughts and the words you think and say to yourself, so that you can ultimately have a better connection with other people too. That is a big one for you, Aries. Aries, if you would like to start dating again, get increased communication back with a current partner, that's what my power hours are for. If you want to completely reset, get all the past stuff out, vibrationally reset so that you can start going on dates again, so that you can get friends again, so that you can start selling in your business again. That's exactly what a power hour is for. So I hope this video helped you guys. I hope it give you guys some like new perspective and some new shifts. If you would like a power hour, just go to kellylunt.com/power hour with spirit. Facebook, the description has a link to it. YouTube, I put a link in the description as well. You'll have to hit the little arrow down. And if I remember, I'll try to put a link in the upper right-hand corner for you. I think it'll be that side actually, for you guys. But I love you. And don't forget about meditation Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and my Facebook group, Living in Alignment to Rapidly Manifest. Love you guys. Bye.